Tonight, a chance to get outdoors and hear from the city government as Mayor Chokwe Lumumba holds the annual State of the City address for Jackson. Plus,
police officers should have told them to take him to the hospital, because y'all knew what damage y'all had did.
George Robinson's family is suing the city of Jackson why they believe police officers are responsible for his death. And new businesses are coming to the Fondren area, when you can expect the new additions to open up. Hello and welcome to 12 News at 5. I'm Jade Balexa. Melanie Christopher is on assignment and Byron Brown has the day off. Chief Meteorologist Ken South joins us now with your first forecast. Ken?
Yeah, we are going to see some wet weather coming back into Mississippi by as early as tonight and then through the day Friday and Saturday. Both of those days at this point looking to be washouts as this storm comes together over our area. Because of the potential for 3 to 5 inches of rain, a flash flood watch has already been issued for our entire area from Friday morning through Saturday afternoon. Again, the atmosphere is going to have to moisten up this evening, and it's going to take some time, but I do expect the rain to start as early as tomorrow morning. I'll have more details in the full forecast. It's coming up in 11 minutes.
Thank you, Ken. In less than 1 hour, Jackson Mayor Chokwe Lumumba will deliver his State of the City address. 12 News' Alex Love joins us live with more on what we can expect. Alex?
Jade, it's happening right here at the intersection of Capitol and Congress Street, located right next to the governor's mansion. Now, as you can see behind me and all around, the stage is all set up, and they are expecting a crowd of up to a couple hundred people here. Now, there was no previous itinerary sent out beforehand, but we can expect some things to come up, including infrastructure with the 1% sales tax, as well as crime, as Jackson pushes almost 70 homicides this year. And on top of that, the water bill crisis, as many call it. This is all starting at 6 p.m., so come on out if you have the chance, but if not, we'll have the full recap and updates coming up in our later newscasts and on our website, WJTV.com. For now, reporting live right here in downtown Jackson, Alex Love, 12 News.
The family of a man who died hours after being allegedly beaten by Jackson police officers are suing the city of Jackson for what they are calling a wrongful death. 12 News' Shay O'Connor joins us here live in the studio with more on the lawsuit. Shay?
Jade, that's right. Now, today, attorneys for the family of George Robinson filed that lawsuit in state court. They claim 3 Jackson police officers acted recklessly and with disregard, now violating Robinson's civil and constitutional rights in January. Now, this resulted in his death.
On January 13th, George Robinson was sitting in a car in front of his home when he was allegedly pulled out of his car by Jackson police officers. They were reportedly searching the area in connection to a recent death investigation. Robinson's sister, Betterstein Wade, gives the account she was told by witnesses.
He just snatched him out the car and threw him to the ground. And saying at that time, that's when they started beating him. So they picked him up off the ground and shoved him up on the car and had it, handcuffed him and everything. Saying by that time, they saw the MRI come up. So they walked over there where he were, bandaged his head up, and they left. And then they told him to get in the car and leave.
Soon after, Robinson had to be rushed to the hospital for his head injury. He later died, and his death was ruled a homicide. All 3 officers, Anthony Fox, Desmond Barney, and Lincoln Lampkin, are reportedly still working with the department.
It concerns us that the Civil Service Commission has elected to allow these officers to go back to work because it shows that they condone this behavior. And it worries us because if these officers are back on the streets and if this behavior is condoned, then it could happen again.
Robinson's family is also filing suit against AMR for its alleged inability to thoroughly treat Mr. Robinson directly after the incident. The family says they plan to pursue the matter in court until justice is served.
The police officers should have told them to take him to the hospital, because y'all knew what damage y'all had did. Y'all knew. We're not gonna let this go. I don't care if my head go cold, her head go cold. We got nieces, nephews. I mean, it's somebody gonna follow it, because this is just not right.
Now, attorneys for the family say they want to hold the officers accountable. They also want the family to be fully compensated for their loss. Now, I did reach out to the city of Jackson and AMR on the situation, each saying that they cannot comment on the pending litigation. Jade?
Shay, thank you. Attorney General Jim Hood announces his plan to sue the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers for damage the state experienced after the Corps opened a spillway for an extended period to protect New Orleans from flooding. Now, Hood says the extended opening of the Bonnie Carey spillway during the summer damaged the Gulf of Mexico, and that hurt Mississippi's oyster industry. Mississippi Congressman Palazzo released a statement after Jim Hood announced the lawsuit, saying in part the Attorney General is only taking action now because the November 5th election is just around the corner. Together, Senators Wicker, Hyde-Smith and I are working with the Army Corps of Engineers on the tangible solutions that will produce better outcomes. Donald Trump Jr. is coming to Oxford tonight. The president's son will be attending the barbecue with Lieutenant Governor Tate Reeves, the Republican nominee for governor. It will be at the Good Old Boys and Gals Barbecue. President Trump will be holding a rally in support of Reeves in Tupelo November 1st. Members of the LGBTQ community often feel uncomfortable seeking medical attention, according to staff at UMMC. But for the first time in Mississippi, a university-based clinic designed specifically to serve the LGBTQ community has opened in Jackson, thanks to UMMC. Open Arms Healthcare has been around for many years, and they paved the way for UMMC. Dr. Scott Rogers told us they intend to expand in other cities as soon as they can.
We're hoping that this is a clinic that can serve the needs of people all over the state. And in fact, we've already had interest from people outside of Jackson. We've had people drive several hours to come to our clinic.
The clinic is located at the Jackson Medical Mall. Coming up on 12 News at 6, 12 News Kate Cornell will explain how this is also an opportunity for students at UMMC to learn more before going into practice. It's fall severe weather prepared this week in the Magnolia State. All week, MEMA has been launching campaigns to remind people that severe weather is not just seasonal, but can occur throughout the year.
We want people to be ready for all sorts of different weather, whether it be tornadoes, severe thunderstorms, as well as winter weather, because now we're reaching the winter months and we could have the possibility of snow, freezing rain, and the like.
The agency is also urging citizens to prepare for the next flood. A man is dead after an overnight shooting in Jackson. Happened around 4 a.m. on Wacaster Street. We're told a man was shot in the upper body and then taken to the hospital, where he later died. Officers say the victim was confronted by a man in a home before that shooting. The victim has been identified as 27-year-old Dontavius Cooper. Information on the suspect has not been released. The Goodman campus of Holmes Community College locks down after someone steals an ATV and wrecks it into the entrance to the school. We're told a Holmes officer was shot at when they confronted the suspect. The officer wasn't hit, but the suspect got away. The lockdown was lifted shortly after 1 a.m. this morning. Now we're told all homecoming events will go on as planned. And we have a traffic alert for Hinds County drivers starting tomorrow. Part of the westbound lanes on I-20 between I-55 and Ellis Avenue will be closed for bridge repairs. Drivers may want to avoid this part of the interstate until repairs are finished. MDOT crews just finished the repairs in the eastbound lanes earlier this week. New businesses are coming to the Fondren area. Robert St. John, a Mississippi restaurateur and author, announces plans for new and refurbished business in the area. That includes Ed's Burger Joint, a movie theater, a bowling alley, and bar. Now, the business will be located along North State Street.
It's really an entertainment stopover just to add to everything that's already here in this neighborhood.
Developers plan to open the new additions in October of 2020. An expanding fire in Northern California is forcing hundreds of people to evacuate their homes. How crews are working to contain the blaze. And later, health experts look to the future of diagnosing and treating breast cancer. Thanks for watching 12 News at 5.